Just in.
Whoa, take him now, take him now.
We have new video of CNN's Anderson Cooper preparing for a live report as Israel bombs a building in Gaza. Ahead, what is keeping Hamas and Israel from reaching a ceasefire? Developing now, President Barack Obama is meeting with Asian leaders in Cambodia. The president is just finishing talking with Cambodia's prime minister about human rights. New information in a crash that injured a 5-week-old baby boy, his mother, and another driver. As the sun came up, Air Tracker 7 gave us a better idea of the extent of the damage. Police believe the driver of a Jeep was speeding when he rear-ended the car with the mother and infant inside, the Jeep landing on its roof, the other car tumbling down an embankment. The crash closed down South Parker Road near Quincy for 7 hours today. 7 News reporter Tyler Lopez is at the scene for us. And Tyler, you've just learned that it looks like all 3 of these people who were injured will survive.
Looks like it, Bertha, and police are cautiously optimistic about the child, too. That was a difficult thing to foresee when we first got here at 4:15 and saw all that wreckage. Strewn across Highway 83, widespread debris, the hallmark of an explosion, not a car wreck. But a witness tells police this red Jeep Grand Cherokee passed her, going an estimated 100 miles per hour, seconds before it plowed into the back of a darker red Dodge Caliber.
The car went airborne and landed on its side.
An ambulance driving by on another call would stop to help the child, a 5-week-old baby boy.
It broke my heart when I first got up and took the phone call from the on-scene lieutenant.
He and his mother went to the Anschutz Medical Campus, both expected to survive. And the driver of the Jeep, ejected, likely not wearing a seatbelt, has massive internal bleeding and broken ribs, but also expected to live. The cleanup and investigation would take 7 hours, with extreme traffic in both directions on Parker Road as Thanksgiving week begins.
But your heart just sinks when that happens, and especially this time of year with the holidays coming on, no family needs to endure this.
Now, the good news is, though, the mother's been released, and police tell us that the doctor at Children's Hospital wouldn't sign a serious bodily injury form for the child. They want to wait another 72 hours and re-examine him just to see if his brain starts to swell. But that would be incredible news if he wasn't seriously injured after this crash. He was in a child safety seat. Live in Aurora, Tyler Lopez, 7 News.
New at 11, an arrest in a murder in a Wheat Ridge backyard. Police are just releasing this picture of 25-year-old Nate Vernon Fisher. They say they believe he stabbed a man to death early yesterday. The victim's body was found in the backyard of a home on Miller Street and West 46th Avenue. The victim's roommates went to check on their barking dogs when they found the body and called 911. Police tell us more information about this crime will be released today. Denver police also are announcing an arrest in the death of a woman. 41-year-old Christopher Perea is being held on investigation of first-degree murder. We checked, and Perea has an extensive criminal background, including vehicle theft and assault. Denver police say they found a woman's body in a southwest Denver neighborhood off South Carlin Court this morning. Police are not saying how she died. Developing now. Warplanes, drones, and rockets crisscross the sky over Gaza for the 6th day. This is a building in Gaza City which houses the offices of several international and local media organizations. The Islamic Jihad says this attack killed one of its leading militants. Palestinians in the West Bank are throwing rocks at Israeli forces who respond with tear gas. Nearly 100 Palestinians have been killed in the last 6 days of fighting with Israel. Israeli radio is reporting that the Egyptian prime minister has presented Israel with Hamas's conditions for a ceasefire.
I very much hope that over the coming days we can achieve cessation on a basis that is sustainable, on a basis that stops the threat of missiles coming from Gaza targeted at Israeli civilians, and also then relieves the people of Gaza who have also suffered, of course.
These talks are happening as dozens of missiles continue to be launched at Israel, forcing families into shelters. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says his government is preparing to ramp up military operations. Israel and Hamas remain far apart in their demands. Hamas is refusing to stop its rocket fire and tells Israel to lift the blockade of Gaza. Today is the day we could find out whether a Jefferson County man is guilty of killing his estranged wife. Jurors in the case against Daniel DeWild could announce their verdict today. The 40-year-old DeWild is accused of hanging Heather DeWild in 2003, just before a divorce court hearing. Her body was found 6 weeks later in Clear Creek Canyon. Daniel's twin brother, David, pleaded guilty earlier this fall for his role in the murder.